we're going to be like giving our point of views, our opinion on what we think about emotional intelligence, because it's very key in terms of the kind of work we do. Most of the time, you're under pressure, and a colleague can just come and say something that is supposed to be a joke, and it might flare up. So let's get to understand what this is. So I'll go to Taiwo. Taiwo, I'm coming to you. You're going to share your point of view or what you think emotional intelligence entails. So let's Tobit. Tobit, you're next.
One
Okay,
house.
so
Yeah. Do I need to hold that?
yeah.
Okay. One house. Stop it. Look up. Yeah.
Listen, so you can
Yes.
counter
Drop
what
that.
she's saying. If you
Drop
think
that thing. Hey, for status, will you drop that and look at me? Yes.
Alright.
Yeah, drop it. I'm talking. Yes. So.
emotional intelligence is going on now. Alright, proceed.
Okay. What is emotional intelligence? So.
Opportunity is hearing you.
E,
Alright.
the short form of emotional intelligence is EI. And EI, I feel, is the process of you being able to understand the relationship or the feelings of yourself and your colleagues at work. So what are the examples? So when the ability of not being able to accept no for an answer, or accept negative vibes, or when someone is not, I'm going to give a practical example. I don't want to be in terms of giving my examples. I want to imagine someone like Tobit now. I'm coming to meet him, or I'm criticizing him for something. You're not listening. Yeah, when you are being criticized for a work that's not been done, or a work that you made a mistake on, and you don't know how to accept that. Sorry?
Yeah, criticism. Don't mind it. Alright, good.
Yeah. So that's part of the examples, and I feel some of the things that we can use in eradicating that part of emotional intelligence, because it has its own side effect too. So it's self-awareness and ability for one's colleague to assist when you understand that this kind of person. I know we talked about mental health in at work recently, and I feel it has some sink in with that. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so clap for me, please. Clap for me.
All right.
Clap for
Let's
me.
appreciate her.
Yeah.
Appreciate her. So Oracle. So you're learning. Are you
Yeah,
listening?
check. 1 2 1 2.
Alright.
Okay, all right. So she was saying actually what you said was on point, was super dope. But I feel emotional intelligence is a two-way street. Emotional intelligence is complete when both parties are aware. So if, for instance, you were saying the ability for someone to accept criticism. Oh, okay. Okay. So it's not just about the ability for you to accept criticism. I mean, you that you are criticizing, there's a way to get your message across. I believe most of us here, we interface with clients on a daily basis, and yeah, my ring don't come out. And there's a way you tell clients to provide something, and they'll be like, you're either making them feel dumb, or you're making them feel like you're not listening to them. You understand? And so if you also need to be emotionally intelligent to understand. Emotional intelligence also includes things such as feelings, and it does not always limit itself to words spoken alone. So there's a way you'd see the atmosphere, you'd see how someone is, because action speaks louder than words. And so there are ways by which, for instance, now there's that boy over there now is saying don't leave me, but I can tell you now. Okay, so what I just wanted to emphasize on is that emotional intelligence has to go both ways, and it's not limited to words. You should also learn to pick up hints on the actions of the other person. God bless your grandfather.
All right, so we'll take just some few contributions, so we'll make it very very fast. IJ, I know you want to say something. You be fast. I know you to be very fast, so be fast.
Okay, so they said I should talk fast, so fast. Okay, so I'm just going to improve on what Sammy said. Emotional intelligence is simply being able to read the emotions of other people. So if I can correctly decode what you are feeling and treat you accordingly, then I'm an emotional intelligence person. So it is just paying attention to the people around you. It's not restricted to the workplace. Paying attention to the people around you, reading their emotions before you bring about certain topics, and also deciding how to bring about it is emotional intelligence. Thank you, I was quick.
All right, thank you. Tobit, you're not vlogging today anyways. Okay, that's fine. So, Pius, you say you don't know what emotional intelligence. Oh, you know what it is now. Okay, so you want to say something or what? We have two absent persons here today. Please, are we listening? There are two people that are absent. Then one person is not in existence. Fortunatus and Tobit are absent. You are not here. Then Wahab is non-existence. So that's fine. Is he? Okay, proceed.
Okay. All right. From my own end, basically, listening to what Taiwo has said and IJ has said, for me, when you talk about emotional intelligence, we are looking at a case whereby it helps you to reduce stress. And how do I mean reduce stress? If you look at individuals that are not emotionally stable, you find out that they are characterized with a kind of health condition. For instance, some of them might be faced with health conditions like high blood pressure. Why? Because when you are not emotionally balanced, what happens? The rate at which your heart beats increases. And that's more or less like cause you to walk more. You are sitting, but because you are not emotionally stable, it's more or less like you are walking when you are not walking. So that causes stress. And so once you talk about emotional intelligence, it helps you to reduce stress if you are able to balance it. Okay, so that's my own contribution.
All right. That's amazing. So I think we've all correctly spoken in parts. Very brief.
So I want to counter what this big-headed boy just mentioned. Oh, okay, yeah. So I want to counter that. Yeah, when he mentioned that it needs to be two ways, yeah, two-sided. And I feel you cannot blame the other person when the person is not aware of what they call emotional intelligence. Like he said, he mentioned some people have they are managing health. Some people have maybe family stress. We are all going through one thing or the other. So if I'm criticizing you for something and I don't know how to put it, and I put it in a way that I feel it pleases me, I feel you as a person that you are aware of what emotional intelligence is should be able to take it in and understand that vibe. So I don't think it's two-sided. I don't think so. I don't agree with that. I feel if your boss is talking to you and your boss is saying that go and do it, and you're angry that the boss is saying that he doesn't know how to talk, it is your own diligence, your due diligence to teach the next person, your colleague, the person sitting beside you, which is Wahab, the person sitting in front of you, which is Tobit, the person sitting beside you, which is what Fortunatus, to teach them, to enlighten them what that emotional intelligence is. That's what I feel. That's one of the core properties of that is self-awareness. Yes.
So the two absent people today, they are still absent. I go shock una too. One are just the absent too. No problem. So, but Sam, let's not make this a debate. Yes, let me say something about this whole emotional intelligence something. So now, Aija said her part, Taiwa has said her part, Pius and Samuel. So Samuel, leave that conversation. Let me just make what she's saying a little bit clear. When you're talking about emotional intelligence has to do with the management of emotion. It has to do with the management of, first, your personal emotion, and second, the emotion of the other person. So at that point, if you're an emotional intelligent person, you should know when to get pissed off when someone does something to you, or when you are expected to manage that person's emotion for the person. I can be emotionally intelligent, and maybe somebody who is pissed off, who is not aware of his or her emotion, walks into the office and says, Daniel, my chair is missing. Why did you remove my chair? Firstly, I would want to sit and think, why is this person asking me this kind of question in the morning? Is this person actually in a right sense of mind? Is this person actually comfortable to have an interaction at this point of time? Then when I've calculated the scenario, I will know if I should give the person a direct feedback, or I can tell the person, oh, just chill. When you're calm, we can have this conversation. So now, if you want to be emotionally intelligent, you have to be aware of your emotion, and then the emotion of your colleagues, your friends, your peer group. And I think one of the major factors that comes to play when you want to be an emotionally intelligent person is empathy, which means at every point you should try to put yourself in the shoe of the other person. Because if you cannot put yourself in the shoe of IJ, who is talking now, you cannot understand what she's feeling right now. But I can honestly put myself in her shoe and understand why she cannot stop talking, why she cannot stop talking at this point. So, but basically, what I'm trying to say is that you have to be emotionally intelligent to be able to succeed every day. To be able to have a happy day, you need that. Because without being emotionally intelligent, every little thing could piss you off. Things that are not supposed to make you angry could make you angry. So now, Pius gave us a very valid and vital point when he made mention of your health condition affecting your emotion. For you to be emotionally stable, you have to be stable health-wise to an extent. Nobody's perfectly healed, but you need a particular level of stability in your health life. Imagine you have malaria and you're having headache, and your body's just doing up and down, and somebody does not know you're having headache, somebody that used to tap you in the head before, all of a sudden now taps you in the head that day, the reaction will totally be different, irrespective of whether you are emotionally intelligent. But when you are aware of the fact that you honestly want to be conscious of your emotion and that of the other person, you should be able to manage that. So another thing comes to mind when you talk about emotional intelligence. People tend to handle emotional intelligence in different ways. Me personally, I know what I do when I'm emotionally not stable. Things I do when I'm emotionally not stable: one is listen to music, two is play Candy Crush, and three is wearing earphones without listening to music. Is the third one. Yes, I can at some point put earphones and pretend I'm actually listening to music, just so that I don't get disturbed by anybody. So people can use different approach. I know there are some people who would decide to watch a movie when they feel they are okay, when they feel they are emotionally down. I don't know what Toby does. Maybe he vlogs. Maybe he vlogs when he's not stable. I don't know what. Do you drink beer when you are not stable? Okay, but drinking of beer when you are not stable is not the right way to escape emotional. No. I did not say. I'm just making an example. No, let's not state the obvious. The other person that I should have pointed or looked at is not in existence. But let's leave that for now. So I don't know. I think we need to work on ourselves. Get to know what works for you when you are really down. Some people see it as mood swing, and when it comes, they can be the opposite of what they really are. So firstly, the first assignment I need each and every one of us to embark on is each time you find yourself in an uncomfortable situation, a situation where you feel you're not happy, you're not stable emotionally, try to pay attention to what brings you out of that situation very fast. You can try different things. You can try to have a gist or discuss with somebody about it. You can try to play games. You can try to listen to music. But please, when you're emotionally down, don't listen to a song that is emotionally down too. So you don't get depressed and commit suicide. So when you are down, you could look for inspirational songs. It's not necessarily it does not necessarily have to be a gospel song. There are inspirational songs that I see as nature song. They talk to you. From time to time, we will revisit this matter. So Fortunatus, go home, work. I think I would want us to post this on the group chat. Go home, maybe you think about it, or maybe you experience it, and you come back to us. Tell us what works for you. When okay, what works for you?
Well, one very good way I deal with mine is to just try not to think about it. Yes, because I'm an overthinker, and I realize that most time when I think about it too much, I get sad. So I try not to think about it, and then when I have the time, I just sleep on it. So most times when I sleep on it, it just goes. Yes, I sleep. Yes, sleep works. Sleep is like. Yeah, like I told you, I don't think about it, because if I don't think about it, it's non-existent, so it cannot get to me.
So, but don't worry. I think you need to go back and do more research. That you're ignorant of the fact that you have that problem doesn't make it go away. So you have to go back and think of something that will take you out of that emotion almost instantly. That is what we are working at. We're not working at you going to sleep with it and you dream about it and you wake up and continue. So Tobit, I'm coming this way. Tobit, I don't know. No, I'm going around. All right.
He's looking at the funny people.
All right.
Oh wow. That's
Oh wow.
emotionally intelligent.
Oh wow. Let's skip that for now. Let's skip that. Taiwo, let's be intelligent. 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 I need you to be intelligent. Okay. Wow. Oh wow. So please let's somewhere. You are not acting like you are emotionally intelligent yourself. So that aside, Fortunatus, when you found out what helps you, share with us. It could help somebody else. They could try it too. Tobit, do you have something that helps you already? No comments. This boy is ignorant, absent, and so many other things. So you have to work on what works for you. Also share in the group chat. Let's see if it could help. So IJ, do you know what works for you already?
I think what he does is kind of what I do, but he says he takes his mind away from it. Me, I can't just take my mind. I need to distract my mind with something else, which is why I said movies earlier. Once I'm paying attention to a movie, I'm not thinking about whatever the problem was anymore. So I do that a lot in the office. I'll just plug my ear and not talk to anybody. Yeah. You will not know what I'm going through at that time. So yeah, that's really what I do.
All right. That's good. Pius, do you have a strategy already, or you're becoming a strategy manager of how to manage emotions? Do you have something that works for you already?
Basically, for me, what I feel works for me is when I'm emotionally unstable, probably because of one thing or the other, I just discuss with somebody. I just tell the person, I just feel like, let me just say what has happened, how exactly I'm feeling that time. So sometimes I might get the luck, the person might choose to calm me down, or the person might ignore, but I know that I said it out. Because if I keep it continues to disturb me, and I'll be shouting for myself. I'll be screaming just like that. So most times I like to tell anybody. It can be anybody, anytime.
All right. So Did you hear what Paya said? Did you hear what Paya said? Tobit. Tobit. Anachu. Did you hear what Paya said? Aha. Aha. So, but what Paya said is also valid. So he goes into a conversation with someone when he has those kind of feelings. Yes. So I feel at some point we all need that, because sharing those bad feelings would help reduce the tension. So we could also at one point in time try to practice that. So Samuel, am I supposed to be asking you what you do to escape? Well, just for others to know. I think I know already. So, but what do you do to escape bad emotions, like bad times and bad feelings?
Wait, let me think about it first. All right, so it depends on the severity of whatever I'm dealing with, and there are different ways I deal with different. But one thing I do is I could distract myself. I don't forget things easily. I don't forget emotions easily. It's a different thing. I can forget the words, but most likely I wouldn't forget the way you made me feel at that moment easily. And so what I do is it depends. If it's somewhere I can easily play game, I'll go ahead and play game. Make sure I vent well, like COD, kill anybody killable in the game. And then, but if it's somewhere I could plug my ears and listen to music, I would just rather go listening to music, sit down in one corner, just stay there. When I'm okay, I leave. But if it's somewhere I can't do any of those, then I'll just keep quiet till I leave that moment or that environment.
All right. Taiwo, how do you manage yours?
Okay, personally for me, when I come across people like that, I try to stay off, and be quiet for a while. But just like Pius said, I will discuss with someone in my convenient space. So that's the only way I can get away from it. I have to talk. If I don't say it, I won't be. Yeah, it's there. So, and it doesn't make me free as a person. So I have to say it with someone in my convenient space, not just to anybody.
No, that's fine. That's fine. So I think Miriam, we are here. Sorry. So how do you manage yours? How? Let's hear from you.
Yes, I look at Samuel and I forget everything. Okay, basically what I do is I think about the whole thing, when my mind is troubled, I try to think about it, calm myself down, and I'll allow myself to heal by myself. So at that point you might see me keeping to myself and not talking to anybody. I'll talk to you if you talk to me, but my mood will just be different from my normal self. So it's better you just leave me, allow me heal, and then once I'm okay, I forget everything and move on. So that's just me.
Okay. So
You that you are collecting up and down.
I already started with mine. I said mine. I talked about how I play game, how I listen to music. So okay, I don't know, boss. Do you have something to say? Because we are rounding up.
Yes.
Okay, so
No, boss.
okay.
What's your boss want to do? Why will not hear
No, boss is trying already. I think he's a little bit tired from holding camera. So basically, we'll also be having a continued process of this on the WhatsApp page. We'll get to share our views and our expectations on the WhatsApp group. So we are ending it here now, but it's not ending. We'll carry it on the WhatsApp page. So it's good to have listened to your opinions and your views. So from my side, it's bye-bye. Thank you.